So in this video, I'm going to go through the key points to remember about CloudToken from my perspective anyway. These are my key points. So I hope you find these useful. And I've also uploaded these key points to my website, cryptoanalyzer.uk, and you can find them here under CloudToken. And just in case, if my channel ever changes, you can find the latest details here. You can just click on here for the YouTube channel and it will go to the latest YouTube channel. And if you want me to send you an email announcing the latest big changes like big reviews, etc., just fill in your first name and email address here. Okay. So the first thing we look at is the daily percentage payout. It's roughly 0.33% per day. Now, CloudToken say that they're going to pay us between 6 and 12% monthly, so I've just roughed that up to 10% per month. And they pay that in CTO tokens. And they pay us every day. So we don't wait for the end of the month to get the 10%. We get a piece of that every day. So how long is the investment term? Well, I put down 30 calendar days only because there's a penalty if you withdraw within the first 30 days. After that, there's no penalty, but theoretically, there isn't an investment term. You can withdraw anytime you like, but you'll pay about an 8% fee if it's within the first 30 days. The minimum investment, they don't actually specify one, but I played around with it. I tried to put in $10. Because of Bitcoin fees, I couldn't activate that in the Jarvis AI bot. I put in another $20, so I had $30 to play with, and I managed to invest $25. I was trying to find what the minimum was, so roughly $25. And yes, there is a capital return. So your capital is always withdrawable whenever you want it. But remember, the fee within the first 30 days. Minimum withdrawal. Because of fees, it works out about $15. Now, when you do a withdrawal, you have to pay two fees. So if you're withdrawing Bitcoin, for example, you pay the Bitcoin network fee, and you have to pay a 0.5% fee in CTO tokens. So you need to ensure that you have both of those currencies. You need to be able to pay the network fee, and you also need to be able to pay the CTO fee in order to complete your withdrawal. Now, are there any excluded countries? No, it's open to all countries. And what about verification, KYC? No, there's no know your customer. There's no names, there's no email, it's just a wallet. So let's go through a quick profit illustration. Now, we're putting in cryptocurrency here, but all of my profit illustrations are based around $100, just to round things up so you can treat it as 100 units if you want. So you invest $100 of Bitcoin for 30 calendar days. You will receive around 10% per month paid daily at 0.33% in CTO tokens. At the end of the 30 calendar days, you've made $10 profit. And on the 31st day, you can withdraw your capital without any penalty. So the total profit over the investment period is 10%, and you get your capital back. Okay, so there are the key points. Now we look at the risk assessment. Now there's three things I look at. The first thing is transparency. Now the CTO, not to be confused with the token name, but the Chief Technology Officer, Ronald I, is very visible and he has a verifiable history. And this guy goes out of his way to be transparent. So I really like his level of transparency. He demonstrates proof of how they generate their profits, and the evidence is very good. So I'm very happy with that. The only part that's not transparent is that the CEO hasn't been announced yet. Although the CTO is great, it's great that we have a CTO, but the guy who's really in charge is the CEO, and I don't know who he is. So I haven't given them a full transparency, but they're in the full range of transparency. So that needle, which is in the middle of the full, would be further to the left if we knew who the CEO was and if he had a verifiable history. Okay, so that's transparency. The next thing is support. Now currently, there isn't really any support. Now there's supposed to be support in the app, but the application is still new and it's one of the features they're adding shortly. And the very first support they're adding is Chinese. So they're going to have some type of a web chat or some interface so people can interact with customer service. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look at the moment. And then they're also planning on having English. So right now, we don't have very good support. Now there is an email address, but it's supposed to be only used for resetting passwords and specific things like that. So I'm marking their support as bad. And the last thing is the overall risk assessment. In my opinion, CloudToken is low risk. Some of the reasons why. First of all, we have a good deal of control over our cryptocurrency. We transfer our funds from our wallet, whether it's an Exodus, Coinbase, wherever it is, into the CloudToken wallet. Now, when we put it from there into the Jarvis AI bot, sure, that is then transferred into Binance or wherever they're doing their trading. But we can withdraw that at any point. Now, I've tried this and it works. I like the level of transparency that they have, and I've already mentioned that. It's not perfect, but it's very good. It's a very good level of transparency. The technology that is in this project is fantastic. I mean, it's a massive amount of technology they have here. If you consider a normal investment platform, like some guys have just put together a HYIP, they might have paid $300 for a template and a few $100s for some hosting. With CloudToken, we have a complex blockchain with infrastructure, multiple, I think there's 16 developers in the blockchain team. This is a serious endeavor. The technology in this is cutting edge. And the fact that Sheng Zhao is behind this in terms of promoting this as co-founder of the World Blockchain Forum is a massive, massive endorsement. So this guy is not going to be investing in this if he doesn't think it's going to be a success. And his network is so large and he has so much influence that I can't really see this project failing. It's not going to fail because of lack of promotion, lack of technology. It could fail because people just don't want to sign up to it. But the product itself is very attractive. And this brings me on to the point of the compensation plan. Now, first of all, if you don't want to have anything to do with the referral side of things, you're getting 10% a month. That's great. And that's on top of your capital. So basically, it's like hodling coins, holding on for dear life to your coins. Your coins remain intact and you're getting a 10% per month dividend on top of that. I mean, that is fantastic. But if you refer this to other people, then there's a very, very generous compensation plan there. On the one hand, that means a lot of people will flood to the platform because of that. But on the negative side, I actually think the compensation plan is too generous and that it might not be sustainable long term. But for now and for the foreseeable future, unless I hear any information to the contrary, my assessment is that this project is low risk. So there are my thoughts. I will update the website as and when things change. I hope to see the support improving. I hope to see the transparency improved, even though it's very high at the moment. I'd like to see more, and I will update my key points as and when information changes. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks, guys. Take care.